Hi, I'm Allison, a therapist in Davidson, North Carolina. A lot of my clients are writing to me, letting me know that with the self-quarantine in place, they're sitting in different ways and spending a lot of time on the computers, which can lead to a ton of neck and shoulder discomfort. I felt that this week too. So I wanted to show you some of my top ways that I release my neck and shoulders just by sitting at my desk. So here we go. The first piece is to make sure that you're within your range of motion. So if you have this much range of motion in your neck and shoulders, stay like here for this practice. So for example, you might just really slowly and very gently turn your head from side to side or up and down. So I'm gonna do this 5 times, moving left to right and up and down. Do it with me, but remember, stay very well within your range of motion. This should be completely easy and there should not be any pain. And by doing this, we're sending a message up to our brain. This is very easy movement and I'm not in pain. Now let's add a little bit more. So just go, if this is your range of motion, maybe you come right up here. So just stretching a little more, giving yourself freedom to maybe look down to the right and back up, left to the right and back up to the corners and down, corners and down. So just sort of moving in a way that feels good for you. But again, we're not brushing up against that sort of outer level where we feel pain or discomfort. Okay. So for this next one, we're going to take our right arm and fold it across, and maybe you sort of hook it here with your left elbow, or you hold and cradle it. If it feels like too much to straighten your arm, just let it be loose. Let your right shoulder sort of move downward, and then go ahead and slowly tilt your head to the left and come back up. So you might move with your breath, just slowly tilting to the left and coming back up. If it feels good to sort of look down as you do this, or to add other movements in, you can. Good. Now release and take a moment to pause. Can you notice any subtle differences between your right shoulder and your left? Just notice. All right, when you're ready, moving that left arm over, maybe you sort of hook the left arm in your elbow or you hold the arm, dropping your left shoulder down. And again, now your right ear falls towards your right shoulder and back up, moving very slowly, perhaps linking the movement to your breath. Moving on an inhale and an exhale, and just noticing, is this side different for you than the other side? Good. Now release, and again, take a moment to pause. Notice any differences in your shoulders. Good. Now we're going to take eagle arms. So this can look like a couple of different variations. The first variation is just your right arm going under your left arm like a big hug and your elbows slightly off your chest. If you have the flexibility in your shoulders and your arms, you might crisscross so that the hands come together. Right? If that's too much, or you can't quite get that crisscross, that's all right. Just stay here with your arms hugging, right? And if it's too much for the elbows to stack, maybe they're a little farther off. So just listen to what's right for you. If your arms crisscross, you might lift your elbows off your chest and the palms move away from the face. And that sort of opens up the space just beneath your scapula and in between your shoulder blades. I like to let myself sort of move side to side here just to loosen up those shoulders. And if you're here, again, just sort of hugging, maybe you move your elbows side to side, or maybe you're in stillness. Make sure you're breathing wherever you are. Good. Release your arms, unwind, and let your arms hang for a moment. Can you notice any differences in your shoulders? Can you be aware of where you sense or feel blood flowing or moving, increased circulation? Good. Let's do the other side. Now the left arm's gonna come underneath and you sort of crisscross. So option to hug or option to then interlace your arms up, palms coming together. If your palms are together here, you might lift your elbows up off your chest and move your palms away from your face for eagle arms. If it feels good to rock a little side to side, you could, just gently stretching, making sure you're breathing. And remembering if anything feels like too much or you feel pain or discomfort, coming back to the modification, that's okay too. And choosing what feels best in your body. This might feel best here, a nice hug. So listen to what your body needs for the next 5 breaths. After your 5 breaths, unwinding the arms, letting them hang or rest, and just noticing what do your shoulders feel like, any subtle differences, any subtle changes. Good. Our last posture is going to be the archer. So I want you to imagine that you sort of take your arms as if you're going to pull a bow and arrow. So I'm turning my arms to the left here. My left arm is sort of out and my right arm is here. And I'm going to imagine that I'm sort of, my face starts squared to the camera here. And as I sort of pull my arm back, I'm looking away out over my left thumb and past my left thumb. So as I press my arm back towards my left hand, my face is forward and squared. And then I pull back and turn. Good. Coming back forward. We'll do that 3 more times. Now coming back to center, notice how your shoulders feel. Good. Let's go to the other side. Arms come out to the right here. Your right arm's extended. Left arm is here with your fingertips here by your right wrist. Our head's gonna start squared to the center. And on an exhale, we're gonna pull the bow back and gaze out over our right thumb, pulling that left shoulder down and back away from your ear. Inhale brings you back to center. Let's do 3 more times. And coming back to center. Take a second, just let your shoulders rest. Feel your head squared on your shoulders and just take a moment of pause and stillness. A sort of mini shavasana or rest. Notice what it feels like to just be in stillness, not trying to move, not trying to do anything. And then we'll close our practice. I hope that you found this practice useful and that your shoulders and your neck are feeling a little bit of relief. Be gentle with yourself, take time, and allow yourself to move at your own pace in this season right now. If you found this video useful, please make sure to like and subscribe to my page so you can stay up to date on all the latest videos. Thank you, and namaste.